Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Benzinga Live. As you can see, I've got a special guest with me today, Chris Kache. Chris, how are we doing today?
Doing good, AB. Great to see you on here.
Yeah, you as well. So let's go ahead and get the show started. And after the intro, we'll do a quick SPACs update with Chris. Without further ado, Rohan, let's hit it.
This is Benzinga Live. Spencer Israel and producer AB. What's up, everybody? How we doing?
Someone told me buy high, sell higher.
Call somebody, because Robinhood's in trouble, okay? Let's get Matt Hammond on the show to talk some IPOs. Jake Ujasik from Trend Spider. We have a breaking news.
So, Chris, what is on your radar today on this beautiful Tuesday?
Oh, man, there's so much going on, AB. Want to talk some de-SPAC earnings and a couple deal announcements from the past couple days. So let me go ahead and kick off here. Up first, one of our big fallers today, we have Body, as in Beachbody. So they reported earnings last night.
Yuck.
Quite the fall, right? And third quarter revenue, $208.1 million, down 17%. Digital revenue, $94.1 million, down 5%. They did, talk about their total subscriptions being up for their digital content, but the other big miss here was their connected fitness revenue, $5.9 million. They sold 14,700 mixed fitness bikes, but only 44% of the bikes were delivered to customers, which is when revenue can be recognized. Connected fitness revenue on a pro forma basis, $8.9 million with 8,600 bikes sold. So again, mixed fitness was supposed to kind of be a competitor to Peloton, right? It's a cheaper version of a Peloton for at-home fitness. And this was the big quarter that everyone was watching, right? To see how many mixed fitness bikes they sold. And not only was the number kind of underwhelming, but they couldn't even get those deliveries out to people due to some supply chain issues. So Body is way down today. And I don't see this one recovering anytime soon. I know I heard Mitch on live trading talking about getting out of this position. This is one where maybe it's time to cut it, let it go. Again, the at-home fitness could be a good segment, but with the reopening trade alive and well, Planet Fitness reported a great quarter. Beachbody just didn't look like they had it last night with these earnings.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, looking at this chart, on a daily, we can zoom out a little bit. It looks ugly, to say the least. We can see right here when it was still a SPAC, trading around $10 since then. Just been beat up. Currently at, there we go. Currently at $3.57. So we can see we had this big leg down. But yeah, Chris, I mean, I'm going to watch this here to see if the stock continues to drop. If it looks like we start seeing some sideways trading, like the stock is consolidating, maybe finding that bottom. Who knows? Maybe there will be a trade setup eventually. But right now, I mean, the chart just looks so ugly.
Yeah, and this is one of those under $5 now where it actually could end up being a buyout candidate, right? It already went public via SPAC, but we're seeing now, Metro Mile got bought out by Lemonade, trading under $5. Some of these de-SPAC companies, if their share price drops that much, they might end up, becoming an acquisition target of their own. I don't see that happening right now, but definitely something to watch on the back burner. And then another one, Rklb, Rklb reported financial results last night. So revenue of $5.3 million was at the high end of their guidance. Their backlog is $183 million at the quarter end. And actually, as of yesterday, $237 million. This is a space stock. It's been one of my favorites. They have a couple flight windows opening this month. They also announced the acquisition of Planetary Systems Corporation for $42 million. So Planetary Systems Corporation, they're a leading provider of mechanical separation systems and satellite dispensers. This is going to help Rocket Lab with their end-to-end platform for space launches. So this could become a big deal. This is a stock that I own. Rklb, again, a couple flight windows this month, I think are some catalysts to watch. And space is a sector that I think will thrive in the future. Another one that reported earnings last night, PLBY, Playboy Group, right? So this is one of the high flyers today. Their third quarter revenue, $58.4 million, was up 67% year over year, and it beat the consensus estimate of $57.7 million. Direct-to-consumer revenue, $36 million, was up 139% year over year. They said that their three pillars of their strategic roadmap are expanding U.S. direct-to-consumer, optimizing their licensing partnerships, and new categories to drive recurring revenue growth. They talked about their Centerfold platform, which is going to be a new creator-led platform, and then also NFTs, right? We talked about that a lot. They're getting into NFTs. They've launched several, and they see that being, a monetization effort down the road. So Playboy shares are one of the big gainers today on that strong earnings, up 25% today. But remember, these shares traded over $60. You can see it on that chart there. So this one could get some momentum, and we could see it trading even higher. What do you think of PLBY, AB?
Oh, I mean, I know 13-year-old Aaron just would be beating myself up for not being invested in this stock right now. But yeah, I mean, Chris, looking at this chart, we can see that we have this kind of rounding pattern forming. So we'll see if we can get legs and get back above this $50. The stock's currently trading around $39, like you said, up 25% today. So a lot of times once we're showing this strength, a lot of people are out there like, oh, I'm not going to go buy a stock that's up 25%, but that just shows you there's a reason the stock's up 25%, and a lot of times that strength can continue. Again, this is not investing or trading advice, simply, entertainment. But looking at this chart, Chris, it does look good to me, and I could easily see this get back up to those. I mean, I don't know. When we were above $60, you can argue kind of an anomaly when everything was trading with that kind of NFT, the first wave of NFTs. But right here, I mean, this high of $53 looks very reachable in the next month or two.
Definitely. And then another big mover, right? LCID, Lucid Group. So Lucid reported earnings last night. And the big takeaway, right, was that their reservations for the Lucid Air were 13,000 in the third quarter. That's an order book of $1.3 billion. Since the close of the third quarter, reservations now over 17,000 for the Lucid Air. They also announced that the Lucid Air got a range of over 500 miles validated by the EPA. They have 13 retail locations open at the end of the third quarter. They announced Lucid Care, which is a new program for service capabilities. And the Lucid Air was named the 2022 Motor Trend Car of the Year yesterday. The company ended the quarter with $4.8 billion in cash. They updated on their Arizona facility being on schedule, plans to reach 90,000 vehicle production capacity by the end of 2023. This was a strong quarter from them, right? And this was their first one as a public company. And again, those reservation numbers are the big key. I remember a lot of people calling the top on this thing when they completed those first deliveries, and shares were right around that $40 mark. And here you had a quarterly update coming a couple weeks after that. And that was the catalyst for me. I am still long LCID shares. And this thing is, again, having a very nice Tuesday on that earnings report. What do you think of LCID?
I think I'm a bonehead. So I actually YOLO traded some Lucid calls this week. I bought some $48 calls that expired this Friday, and I just got a little scared this morning and sold them, I think, a little bit too early. So this morning, Lucid opened up about 11% at $49.91. The stock then took a little dip. It went down. It went from up 11% to up only 6 or 5%. And at that point, I was like, all right, well, I'm still up on my calls. I'm just going to go ahead and sell them, and sold all of them. And then the stock, of course, ripped higher than its opening price, is now up about 15% on the day. So I screwed up. I mean, you can see right here on the chart, this is kind of like where I sold the calls. If I would have just diamond hands them and held them, I'd be up a lot more. But either way, I made money on the trade, so could not beat myself up too much for it.
Nothing wrong with taking a profit. I actually looked at Lucid calls yesterday going into the earnings. But I already own the common shares. I didn't want to bet too heavily on this quarter, but I mean, as a shareholder and someone who covers the sector, I think this was a great first quarter from them. And, I think you're going to see more support. We're seeing a shift to EV names again. And with that being said, we did get an update on GGPI yesterday, right? So Gores Guggenheim, which is bringing Polestar public. This merger expected to close in the first half of 2022. They have cars in 14 markets. They plan to be in 30 markets by the end of 2023. They added 46 new retail locations in 2021, including 20 U.S. locations. They expect to have sales of 290,000 vehicles by the end of 2025. And they're going to add more retail locations. The Polestar 1 is a hybrid vehicle that will stop production late this year. Their current Polestar 2 is the big name to watch. And then they also have Polestar 3, which is an SUV coming out in the future. GGPI has been, an absolute rocket this week, on that news update and the shift back into the EV names. We are down today, but again, this is when I think we'll see some more interest as that merger goes through in the first half of next year with this EV space being so hot. What do you think?
So Chris, forgive my ignorance, but I thought Polestar was under the Volvo family.
Yep. So Polestar is owned by Volvo Cars and Geely, the Chinese auto company, but it is going public via SPAC, GGPI.
So Geely is going public through GGPI, which Geely owns Volvo.
It's just the Polestar company going public. So a unit of Geely and Volvo.
Got it. Makes sense. Sorry. Sometimes these car brands and who owns who gets a little confusing for me.
Yeah, definitely. And then, Fisker, another name to watch, right? FSR. This is an EV one. They don't have any vehicles out yet, but they will be highlighting their Ocean this week at the LA Auto Show. That's a catalyst I've been calling out for months now. With this EV names getting hot, this could definitely be one that gets a run, over the next couple days as well.
Got it. All right. Well, we'll have to have our eye out for GGPI as well as Fisker, FSR. Chris, anything else today?
Yeah, I mean, there were so many earnings. I can't get through them all here. Lottery.com, LTRY, was another one that reported last night. They had third quarter revenue of $32.2 million, and they said that they expect to meet or exceed their guidance of $71 million for the full year. This is one to keep on watch. It is a low float name because it had heavy redemptions and was a smaller SPAC to begin with. But they own lottery.com, online lottery sales. They also own sports.com. And when we interviewed Tony on the show, he hinted at sports betting being a future catalyst. So I think now that they have this earnings release out of the way, we start to get some updates from the company. So this is one I'm liking going forward as well.
Yeah, well, with the sports.com domain, I mean, no reason not to get in sports betting. So a quick question before we move on. Does lottery.com, do they work with different states to run those states' lotteries, or do they operate as a completely separate entity from those state lotteries?
So a little of both. They partner with some of these states, and then they also, get the approvals to do the online sales in certain states on their own. But, we're seeing a shift to buying lottery tickets online. Especially when there's these big jackpots, right? So it's a growing segment. And then we did get a couple deal announcements, nothing major. Did want to highlight the one announced this morning. This is an interesting one. It's ATSPT is the ticker. And they're bringing...
ATSPT?
Yep, ATSPT. So it's a unique structure. It's actually a subunit of a SPAC, which there's only 5 of these on the market. And this is the first one to announce a deal. So they're bringing SoundHound public, which is an artificial intelligence voice company. But they have investments from, Oracle, Vizio, HTC, Foxconn, Mercedes-Benz, Samsung, Tencent, NVIDIA, lots of car companies and technology companies. So think of Alexa and Siri, right? Where you're using voice commands to get things done. This is a company that powers that technology. And as the market grows for sound, connection in vehicles and other areas, SoundHound's a company that I think could benefit from that. The thing that turns me off, of course, is this subunit structure. So going to have to see kind of how shareholders react to this and if this deal goes through and whether or not it has heavy redemption. But we saw Harman get bought out by Samsung in 2016 for $8 billion, and Nuance get bought out by Microsoft for $16 billion earlier this year. Those are some competitors in that artificial intelligence voice space. So I think this is a growing sector to watch.
Beautiful. All right, Chris. Well, thank you for your SPAC updates. Of course, Chris Kache is one of our resident Benzinga SPAC experts. So, Chris, we appreciate you coming on. We look forward to having you on for more SPAC updates as we have them. Any parting words, Chris?
That's it. I will see you next time for a SPAC segment. Thanks for having me on, AB.
Of course. All right, y'all. That was Chris Kache. Go give him a follow on Twitter.
Can I take issue? Is my mic on?
I don't know.
I don't know. Is my mic on?
I don't know.
Can y'all hear me?
No.
No? Okay. Can I take it? Chris is not one of our SPAC experts. He is the SPAC expert.
I know, but Mitch is in the comments. I didn't want to upset anyone. So
I take it back. He's one of the SPAC experts.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. Sorry.
Thank you. That's all good.
Okay.
All right. So coming up now, y'all, we have ShiftPixy co-founder and CEO Scott Absher coming on the show to talk about the company. So without further ado, Spencer, let's just go ahead and bring Scott on.
Scott, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, good to be with you.
That is a very nice background. You definitely.
It's funny. This is my home office, and the previous owner had this painted on here, and
that's a painting.
Yeah, it's actually hand painted. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's funny because I thought about actually covering it over, and my chief legal officer said, "Don't do that. It looks cool. Leave it alone."
It looks way cool. It definitely wins the day, maybe wins the week in terms of backgrounds. So you've got that going for you, which is nice. But Scott, tell us about ShiftPixy.
Well, it's interesting you had Chris on because I was on their program talking about SPACs. ShiftPixy is a human capital management platform, and we're traded on NASDAQ under the ticker symbol PIXY. And one of the things that we had a chance to do, and we started the process the first of the year, was to use our sponsorship of 4 SPACs to actually build mega clients for ShiftPixy. We've done a pretty decent job of growing the company over the years. COVID had taken its toll on us, but we saw an opportunity to use SPACs as a way to go out to the market and actually consolidate large national interests and large national clients that are in the staffing space. And then one of the 4 SPACs also is a commercial insurance entity called Firemark Global. And we succeeded in getting our first one done. Industrial Human Capital is trading on the New York under the ticker symbol AXH. And in fact, sometimes when you're doing this stuff, it's nuanced enough and it's complicated enough that people don't understand this type of leverage and what its impact is economically for a small public company like us. But as we got out and started our roadshow for Industrial Human Capital, our first one, it was great to hear investors or typical investors in SPACs say, this is the best use case I've heard yet for SPACs. This is a great opportunity. What you guys have done makes fundamental sense. Instead of hearing about flying cars or flying taxis and things like that, this fundamentally makes sense. So what Industrial is getting ready to do is go out and roll up a national footprint of regional industrial staffing operators. And these people would typically, you'd find them in major metro areas. They'd be working in like an Amazon warehouse or doing pick and pack someplace else, or doing kind of, the blue collar stuff that is behind the scenes. And as it turns out, when we're done with this consolidation that is starting right now, we'll have this capital fully deployed, by the way, by the first of the year. So and also to add another finer point on what we're trying to accomplish here, we sized these initially at 250 million, and then our bankers had said, we ought to resize these just because they saw that the market was cooling a little bit. So we sized them at 100 million. And we ended up having over $350 million worth of interest in our $100 million SPAC. And with the green shoe in there, we successfully raised 115 million now that's being deployed as we speak. And by the first of the year, that mega client industrial will push over $1.5 billion in revenue into ShiftPixy and push about 50 million in net income into the company. So that was our motivation for doing these. And as I said, we're getting ready to start our second one in a couple of weeks, Firemark Global, which is a commercial insurance entity. So we've been busy. It's a very unique business model. And again, it's all built around human capital. And with the job market the way it is, especially in the part-time labor markets, what we're building will be very valuable coming into this next year.
That's what I want to ask you about. You said off the top there that COVID had taken its toll. How exactly did it affect your business?
It chilled our growth. We had a pretty nice quarter-over-quarter growth, and we still had some nominal growth quarter-over-quarter. But when we built ShiftPixy, we built it to fix a problem in the part-time labor markets, and our initial focus was on restaurant operators. And so as we were deploying our technology and bringing the strategy to the marketplace, COVID just really took a toll on these operators. We had operators that had relied on a lot of dining room traffic, and they just were destroyed. And a lot of our business was in California, which was vulnerable to the shutdowns. But it really took the restaurant industry through a major upheaval, and some are still trying to figure out where they're going to be now. In fact, this COVID and then the second wave of COVID had also created some further disruption in the human capital market. So if you're a restaurant operator today, you're really trying to figure out how am I going to get people in here to work? And it's a real challenge right now.
Yeah. The SPAC model is very interesting. I don't know of another firm that is sort of taking the track that you did, which is like, okay, so we have our business, but let's use SPACs basically as a lead gen source for us. So how did you go about, raising the money for that? Them, plural.
Yeah, our investment banker for the SPACs is Alliance Global Partners. And AGP, if you look them up in the league tables for like pipe placements, they're always in that top 5 in terms of volume. And one of the reasons that's an important partner is, as Chris was alluding to earlier, in a lot of these SPACs, about the time they de-SPAC, there's a lot of redemptions. And so what you want to have is a very strong pipe banker in your corner to actually backfill anything that is we see redemptions on. But it's quite likely, because of how we're going about this and the fact that we're acquiring companies that will, as we roll them in, they'll be EBITDA positive. The fundamentals will more than support the value. So we're hoping that we'll be using the pipes for further acquisitions rather than redemptions.
But yet, you can at least acknowledge that, broadly speaking, a lot of these SPACs, frankly, did get bought at valuations that, shall we say, were generous, right?
Yes.
And we're seeing the market correct for that now. But so that's obviously a risk, and a lot of this, in a lot of these SPACs, investors are, frankly, they don't care. They're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. They don't care. Good valuation, bad. Who cares? It's a SPAC. Let's throw it out, right? That's happened.
Yeah, what the tradition has been up to this point was that people would exit and just keep their warrants. So, but I can tell from our roadshow, and we were in front of, it was a 4-day roadshow, and we were in front of a lot of SPAC investors, and they really are looking for value. They're really looking for something that will show appreciation in the marketplace. And it's just a little hard to find, because when you're introduced to a SPAC deal as a SPAC investor, you can't say with any certainty what it is that you're looking at in terms of a target. You can talk about what you're looking for, but you can't give a lot of specificity. In our case, we were able to unpack a general strategy, which was to buy for cash, buy it at 5 times EBITDA and trade at 25 times. So it's a fundamental play. And we're actually targeting an industry that is very fragmented. And we're doing all of these as cash purchases. We're not doing stock purchases. So it allows us to move very quickly. So our mechanics and our methodology are very different than what you would typically see in a SPAC transaction.
Okay. And I just in terms of ShiftPixy, just in the core business, right? Going forward, obviously sort of a proxy for,
yes,
I don't know, macro changes in the labor market. Human capital management is maybe not a term that most people outside of the HCM world even really know what it means. What is what is the driver here? Like, what is the catalyst for human capital management by and large, not specifically?
Well, I came out of a tradition of I spent 30 years in the human capital management space. And in our particular, that time in that part of the world, we were really focused on small to mid-sized businesses with generally white-collar, well-compensated work groups. And we managed and monetized things like their healthcare benefits, their retirement benefits, their payrolling, their taxes, and all the other compliance issues that are required for a business owner in the management of their human capital. And we would take over those administrative duties. And I learned very early on that once we were embedded, clients weren't leaving. It was a very sticky relationship. With ShiftPixy, we're doing something very different. We're taking that same approach and forging that same relationship. But what we're going after is the market that nobody wants because of high turnover. In my old days in that business, we stayed away from any group that had high reliance on part-time labor, because if we're handling that whole HR stack for a company, I can't make any money with you. You've got lots of turnover. So what we've done is leverage very elegant technology to kind of replace people in the hand-holding process. So we have built AI that watches the work week, makes connections, and brings people through the work week process. So technology is the only way that we could enter this market and actually make a meaningful contribution to owners in that market.
Got it. So Scott, what do investors have to look forward to with ShiftPixy over the next, say, year, 2 years, maybe?
Explosive growth. I mean, we're running at about 100 million in revenue. That's about to, with the completion of this series of SPACs, that number is going to explode to over 3 billion. And because of our sponsorship ownership in each of these entities, that pushes about $1.5 billion in assets on our books. So this is a hyper explosive growth that is well underway, and you'll start seeing it in the numbers coming into we're not on a calendar quarter, but as we get into the first of the year, all this stuff starts ramping and accelerating. And it's very exciting for us. I mean, this is again, we're leveraging capital that we don't have to leverage our cap table to do this, and we're able to grow these mega clients in very short order.
Got
Awesome.
it. All right, Scott Absher, CEO of ShiftPixy, thank you for coming on the show today. We look forward to having you back on as developments occur. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.
That's great. Good to be with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Hey, Internet Enforcers is in the chat. Welcome, Internet Enforcers. Long time no see. Welcome back to whatever this is. AB, what did I miss with Chris?
Chris had some good SPAC updates. We talked about Lucid Motors. I went over I actually had some calls on Lucid Motors into earnings. And I may have sold them too early. The stock is up.
No.
Yeah, the stock is up more than 16% right now. I sold them when the stock was up only a measly 6%. So I sold myself out of some gains, but it was still a profitable trade. Spencer, so in a couple minutes, we've got Robert Roy joining.
We do.
Robert Roy from Wealth Builders HQ joining us. He'll be talking about some options trades, maybe some spreads as well. But on my radar right now, I'm watching Apple.
Apple?
Yeah.
Who cares about Apple?
I care about Apple.
Why?
A few different reasons. But it was pointed out to me by some technical chartists that are a little bit more experienced, we'll say, with charts and technicals that I am. All were telling me the same thing. If this stock gets through the 151.40 level, so we're about 8 cents away.
So specific.
151.40, that we will see this stock run all the way back up to 153 and then 155. So I have some long calls on Apple right now, looking for a rip this afternoon. Again, we're looking for that 151.40 level. So if you're not in this trade, I would wait, see if we can break through that level. And then if we do, I like it on the long side. Apple performing well today, Microsoft performing well today. What is new? Another stock that we've talked about a few times now is Crocs, Spencer.
Oh my God. Every time I look at that chart,
it's just going higher and higher. So what's interesting here is if we go to monthly candles, we have about 16 straight green months.
Look at that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So, I mean, this stock has just been an absolute monster. I don't know. I mean, eventually it's going to have to hit a ceiling, right? I mean, rubber shoes with holes in it can only go so far. But I don't know. Give the Crocs C-suite the executives of the year, the MVP of the investing world, because they have just been on an absolute tear.
I don't understand it.
Over the past year.
Someone in the chat, help me understand the Crocs, because I've had the same pair of slippers. Maybe I'll bring them in. Maybe that'd be weird, but I don't care. I've had the same pair of Crocs slippers for like 13 years.
Wait, are they the ones with like fur on the inside?
Yeah.
Are they comfortable?
Oh, they're amazing.
Oh, so there you go.
What
else do you need to know?
I wear them in the winter. I wear them to, when I have to go take out the trash, or if I forgot the keys, forgot something in my car, or like whatever. Yeah, they're slippers. They got fur. They're amazing. They're so warm. They'll probably last the rest of my life. I'll probably never need another pair.
Well, so Crocs has a couple things going for it. One is this like renovation among like young people are talking about
rejuvenation. Yeah, say the word
rejuvenation among young people talking about Crocs again. Like you go on TikTok and there are 15-year-olds talking about buying Crocs, which Crocs got big 15 years ago as kind of a fad item, and then they were seen as kind of like these ugly shoes. They became out of favor, we'll say, for a while, and then now they're making a comeback, and they're also partnering with all these different celebrities, whether it be Justin Bieber, whether it be Post Malone. And what they do when they partner with some of these celebrities is they'll create a shoe for them, and so that their fans can go out and buy the Justin Bieber Crocs or buy the Post Malone Crocs, but they upcharge the heck out of these promotional shoes to where you're paying like $150 for a pair of shoes that cost them, I don't know, $5 to make. Maybe they use like recycled tire rubber.
Really?
Yeah.
But someone chat, if you own a pair of Crocs slippers, tell us, please. I need to know how many people watching right now have Crocs.
Does it count if I have a pair of like fake Walmart Crocs?
No.
It has to be
because Crocs isn't getting any revenue from that.
True.
This is a story of all the crazy things in the market right now. This might be the craziest.
Well, another consumer brand that's making good headway today is Lululemon, reaching all-time highs.
Wait, I want to go back to I want to share my chart. How do I do that?
I don't know. Just click the button.
I'm trying. Because I before we go off this for a second, it's like where are my charts? So like this is the all-time chart in the history of Crocs.
Yeah, we're looking at monthlies right now.
Yeah.
So you can see right there when Crocs got big as that fat item I was talking about in the mid 2000s, and then they just became out of favor. And then recently, for whatever reason,
there was also a recession, so nobody had money to buy Crocs.
Oh, yeah, that was kind of a big deal,
right?
Yeah.
But I mean, this. Oh my gosh, I can't even with this. I can't even. When we get around to creating the Benzinga Live slush fund, and we're gonna start throwing some money at some stuff. I want Crocs to be on the list of things we throw money at.
Yeah, I mean, look, the trend is your friend, and there's an undeniable.
Look, Aaron Thomas, our producer, Aaron Thomas, is looking at the chart of Crocs, and he also can't believe what his eyes, all four of them, are seeing.
Wow, that was kind of a shot at him for wearing glasses.
Hey, I'm wearing glasses too. It's cool. Anyway, okay, sorry. What were you going to say about Lulu?
I was just going to say, hey, look, we've got another consumer brand making moves today. Lululemon up more than 4%, up $20 to new all-time highs, $483 a share. So everyone out there has been talking about supply chain issues and how retailers may be struggling with this. Lululemon CEO came on CNBC the other day and said the exact opposite. She said, hey, we're not, having issues with this. Our stores are going to be stocked, whatever. But she did encourage customers to go out and get their holiday shopping done early. So
I said that a month ago, more than that.
What, to get your shopping done early?
Yeah. And Mitch laughed at me.
Yeah, well, I heard kind of a not great stat on the radio this morning that over 10% of Americans responded to a survey saying they aren't planning on spending any money on holiday shopping this year. So last year it was 5%.
No.
This year it was 11%, saying they were not going to spend any money. But with that being said, it does seem like kind of fortuitously a lot of these supply chain issues are not being resolved, but the issues are being alleviated to some degree, a little bit, with some good timing. We saw some headlines yesterday that the chips manufacturers increased production for the first over month basis for the first time in about 2 years, really since like the COVID-19 pandemic. So showing, hey, at least from the semiconductor,
well, Morgan called the chip shortage in cars over.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Well, that was this morning.
Well, yesterday the data came out yesterday afternoon. So that's what I was referring to, saying, hey, look, the chips, they increase. So I think we might see that down the line with different supply chain issues. I think right now the biggest one is for food. I mean, there's a beef shortage out there driving beef prices up. Yeah.
There's a cow shortage?
Something like that.
Chat. Are we short cows? Are there not enough cows in the US?
Yeah. And can we invest in that? There's got to be some stock.
How to invest in cows?
Yeah, there's got to be some publicly traded cattle farming company.
I'm thinking. I mean,
okay. Mitch is saying there's a beef shortage, not cow, but that's like a.
Kevin Costello, ticker MOO. That's not quite the same, but it's close. Kevin, I'm with you. He's on it. Ticker Moo.
Van Eck Agribusiness ETF. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So the underlying supply for beef is cows. So I don't understand how we can have a beef shortage but not cow shortage.
Is it fake beef shortage or real beef shortage? Wait, yeah. I don't know how those can be different. So maybe he's saying it's maybe, you know what? Maybe, like, for example, it's like a labor problem.
Okay, right? So they don't have enough people to. Spencer, we can volunteer you for that.
No, I don't want to go work at a slaughterhouse. That stuff scares me.
Yeah. Maybe you can use one of those.
Okay, question of the day. How to invest in cows? Like a real investment in cows. Is this like a farmland thing? We could go to like that place Farm Together, that platform. Do we want to invest in like slaughterhouses like JBS, right?
Oh, wait. Speaking of JBS, I bet this is a headline you wouldn't. Well, I don't know how reliable this tweet is, given the username that it comes from.
That's not. I would not.
But apparently a cyber attack. Someone.
No, that happened on JBS.
Attacked JBS. Yeah, that was back in June. So it's a few months old. But JBS had to shut down all of its U.S. beef plants. The attack raised concerns of a potential meat shortage in the U.S. and several other countries impacted by the situation.
Wait, Hex 214 says support a local butcher. So Hex 214, where do you live? I don't have a local butcher.
We can find some local, but we just have to go to like Eastern Market on the weekend.
That's true.
They have a butcher. You can buy like a whole cow. Well, obviously, like not the living animal, but like a whole cow from a butcher. So they give you like all the different cuts.
Can I tell you a quick story about cutting and buying a whole animal?
Yeah.
When I was 2 years old, we moved to Taiwan, my family,
Really?
for 6 months. And my mom always tells the story about the first time she went shopping, and she went to the market and she bought a chicken, and she didn't even realize till she got home that the chicken that she had purchased, it still had the head and the feet on it, like attached, because they eat everything. They make use of the whole animal, right? And so she had to like close her eyes and like chop the head off and like chop the feet off, right, of the chicken. She always tells that story around Thanksgiving.
Wait, yeah, that's
Cattle Futures, Shelly, you're right.
So wait, you lived in Taiwan?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
For 6 months.
I didn't know. We'll have to talk more about that off air. But yeah, Shelly, what are you on Interactive Brokers?
Cattle Futures, Shelly, coming in clutch. Thank you. I forgot that existed.
What about? I like orange juice as a commodity right now.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Long orange juice futures.
It just goes up every day. I don't know why. It's like orange juice is like liquid gold or something.
What's the orange juice symbol? Hey, it's 12:45. Do we have Robert Roy here? I think we do.
We do. Oh yeah, okay. When we get the little thumbs up from Robert Roy, we'll know it's ready to bring him on. Oh, he's giving it to us.
He's giving it to us. Hey, it's been so long since Robert Roy has been on the show. It's been too long.
I thought he hated us or something, Spencer.
No. We kept having to like reschedule, and things are coming up. But this is going to be his weekly time slot, 12:45 on Tuesdays, and we'll get some Robert Roy back in our life. So bring him on, AB.
All right, let's do it. Rob, how we doing today? No,
he's on mute.
We got you on mute. You just got to click the little microphone.
Go.
There we go.
Yes.
How's everything?
It's been too long.
I know. It's been forever. Every time we go to schedule, one of us has something else going on.
I know. Last week it was the FinTech Awards. The week before, Rob was out, and the thing, and that. And anyway, it's good to see you. Good to hear from you. How have the markets been treating you these past few months?
Market's done extremely well. Look at, if we go to, let me see, can I share my screen?
Yeah.
So you're on good terms with Mr. Market.
I am. Today was a phenomenal day. All right. I'm not getting anything when I click the share button, guys. I'm not sure.
That's not good.
Uh-oh.
Producer Rohan, fix it.
Fix it. No, market's been good. I mean, when we had the nice pullback in there, I was looking for a 10% pullback in the market on the S&P. We got about 5 or 6, which was okay. And that catalyst from there has really proved well.
Wait, Rob, try. What happens when you click on screen share again? On screen share?
Nothing.
Nothing happens?
Nothing happens. It just
try refreshing the browser. We might lose you for a sec, but we'll get you right back on.
Now it's there. I got it.
All right.
That's weird. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Rohan. Didn't know what you did.
Don't know what happened.
Probably nothing.
Okay. Did I lose you guys?
No, we're here. Sorry, we're here. We got you.
My screen is, I clicked on the share, and now that it's just, I got a spinny thing going.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
What is happening?
My screen
I don't know. Shelly probably did something. Shelly, stop messing with Rob.
Whatever it is, we'll get it going, right? So markets have been good. Last couple of weeks have done extremely well. We've shifted very heavily at Wealth Builders to more day trades than swing trades, just because of the overall conditions, what was going on. Do we leave a little bit of money on the table at times? Yes, we do. But for the most part, our day trades have proven extremely well.
So Rob, are you still trading a lot of option spreads, or do you do any straight up calls or puts?
So in one of our programs, Power Option Plays, it's nothing but calls and puts. We're over 500% this year on our calls. So on the calls we made on it. So we've done extremely well there, but I still do a lot of spreads as well. So I'm a big diagonal spread trader, covered call trader for retirement monies. The only bad thing is I'm not getting a screen share here, guys. I got nothing.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're not the only one. I think we're having some StreamYard issues right now, but it's not you. I don't think.
Got it. Okay.
It's not you. It's me. It's us.
We use it also, and we had some problems the other day with it. So
Right.
Well, here, how about you tell me a chart and I'll bring it up. Right now we've got Crocs on the screen. Should we be looking at some leaps on Crocs? Maybe some 250 calls that expire a year out?
So I can't see my screen because part of StreamYard is on there. You want me to try to jump out and jump back in
Oh
again?
no, yeah, try that.
All right, let me do that.
And he's still here. Interesting. Hey, is our chat even functioning right now? I don't even know if our chat.
Yeah, it looks like we haven't gotten a comment in the last 4 minutes.
That's very strange, though. I feel like something's seriously wrong here.
The view count hasn't gone up or down in the last 5 minutes.
I feel like something is wrong.
How about that? What does this end broadcast button do?
Wait a minute. Hold on. I just went to the YouTube video. Okay. We're here.
Is it playing?
Rob is frozen. Oh crap!
Is the whole stream frozen on YouTube?
Dude, I had to take Rob off the screen there. Rob is completely frozen. Oh crap! I think something bad just happened on our stream.
All right. Well,
Testing. And Cal. Okay, I see you. Antonio, Kevin, Dylan. Okay.
It's just not loading. The comments aren't loading on StreamYard.
Yeah, we're having some StreamYard issues right now. Are you going to eat Jimmy John's on the show?
I thought the stream was broken.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what's happening right now. Mitch is saying StreamYard's down. It appears to be functioning, but we're just not seeing chat. I think we lost Rob like forever. He fell into the matrix.
Moo.
All right. Well, we will try our best to get Rob back. This is classic.
So the question is, and I need the chat to do some DD out there for me. What's going on with this cow beef shortage? And if there is, potential headway, should we be looking at some meat alternatives such as Beyond Meat? Which is already trading at a great discount.
No,
Spencer.
did you not see my tweet?
I did. That the only meat left in the. So you should have known by that tweet that there was a beef shortage, right? You could have inferred that.
That was not my interpretation here. So let me show if you didn't see my tweet, which I don't even know how it's possible because I
think I'm getting
I'm the best follow on Twitter.
I'm getting a cell phone call from Mr. Robert Roy.
All right, can you take AB off here for a second, Rohan?
Hey, Rob.
Okay, so here's my tweet. Get away from the mic. I hope his mic is off. This is what I saw over the weekend in Meyer, the grocery store. Well, that package you see is a Beyond Meat package, and it was so lonely, and I thought it was I thought it was I don't know sad, so I took a picture of it. My interpretation of this was that Beyond Meat that I don't know. I guess you could have interpreted this one of two ways. I look at it as it's just so sad, and it's probably been there for a long time. And he says have him call Rohan. So I don't know.
All right, I might have you call my.
Maybe that was the wrong interpretation, but that's how I sort of saw the Beyond Meat thing. We're trying to get Rob back here in the background. I don't know if it's going to work because. Yeah, I mean, Shelly, I guess you could have looked at it like that, but I kind of looked at it as like they have this whole section and like there's no products. I don't know. I guess that's one way of looking at it. But like there is other meatless stuff there. I don't know. I guess it just looks so sad and lonely to me, which is what it. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Whatever. AB was supposed to find a big loser trade of the day. Do we know if he did that? It's possible that I missed it. Chat, let me know if we did the. Geez, what the hell is going on right now? Shit is just breaking over here.
It's not a big deal. We're just gonna have one next week.
No, I didn't buy it, Shelly. Come on. I bought that stuff like one time and it was fine. Not worth the premium, honestly. What else do we have here? AB, are you back? Okay. With his Jimmy John's. All right. What's the deal with Rob? Is he joining us or are we having major issues?
No, we're having what you could consider major issues. The site that we use to stream, which we won't name names, is out right now.
Yard stream. That's what Joel calls it.
If you try to go to the site's website, the site isn't loading. So we could phone Robert Roy in, but I just don't think that would do him justice. We want to see his charts and whatnot. So we're just going to get him back on next week.
Hey, did we do a crypto update yet today?
We have not.
Did we do a biggest losing trade of the day?
We have not.
Okay, but we do. Do we have one prepared?
Yes.
Okay, we have segments. Everyone, we need to do better at doing more segments on this show, not just an endless stream of guests. We don't want an endless parade of guests on this show. We want like max 3 guests per day, and the rest of it is just AB and I doing things, going out on the street, doing trivia, doing stuff with the chat. That's the point of this. The point of the show is not to be just an endless stream of charts and guests. We want it to be a little bit more casual. It's the middle of the day. You know, this is the quietest part of the day in terms of volume. We can talk about the active trading stuff in the morning and in the afternoon, but this is lunchtime, you know? This is the fun part of the day.
We have a few different ideas for segments. The one that I had brought up was finding just a big trade that was made out there.
Yes.
Some might be in the green, some might be in the red. But yeah, I mean, so today, let me get my right screen shared.
It sounds like you need to like clear your throat or something.
Really? How about now?
Drink some water or something.
I've got Coke.
Is that Coke? Is it Diet Coke? Is it regular Coke? Is it vanilla Coke?
Regular Coke.
Regular? Are you're a regular guy? You don't like
Yeah,
diet?
much to my dentist's
Coke or
dismay.
Pepsi?
Coke, easily.
Always.
I don't even drink Pepsi.
Always Coke.
I won't drink Pepsi.
I went to a college that only had Pepsi on campus. It was terrible. I almost transferred.
At my school, I think actually switched like halfway through.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Controversial.
I know. It was a big deal.
All right. What's today's crazy internet trade of the day?
Do
we have one?
Yeah. So this is a nice little YOLO trade.
Okay.
I found where all YOLO trades can be found in Wall Street Bets.
True that. For now, Wall Street Bets, that's good.
So the reason I'm bringing this up is it just gives us some parity with Ford. Of course, we've talked at a lot about Luke's Ford trade. This guy, honestly, I don't even know. I don't know if I can tell from this screenshot. Is it a long call? Is it a long put? So we know his average cost was 34 cents a contract. The current price is 20. So he's down about 40% all time. He lost over $6,000 on this trade right now, but he said he's holding. Let's see if we can go to the comments and dissect. I think we'll see what buy high, sell low, classic Wall Street bets. You're fucked, dude. It has dividends on Thursday. So I don't know. Maybe he's long Ford. What's Ford been doing this week?
Wait, I don't understand how we can't tell from that screenshot. Is that a Robinhood? Can we go full screen on that so I can, because it's so far away here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at my screen. So
okay, well, we know his break even is
2034.
So okay. The average cost is 34.
Yeah,
so
he
he bought
paid
$20 calls
for 34 cents,
right?
And now they're down to 20 cents.
Right. And
okay, so
Ford
it's
is currently
down $7,000.
And Ford is currently at 1961.
So it's down $7,000.
So we're gonna put the ask out there, and we don't know this guy.
No.
But is he dead in the wall? And well, it actually, so when the screenshot was taken, Ford was at 1961. It's currently at 1981. So maybe they've gone up a little bit since then. But the ask that we're going to put out to you guys in the chat is, if you were him, which you aren't, you're better looking.
Well, we don't know that.
You're smarter.
We don't know. This guy could be watching right now.
That's true.
He could be one of the two people.
Well, for most of our audience, this is not you. You're better looking. You're smarter. What would you do? Would you A, bomb out, cut your losses, take what equity you have left in the trade, which it looks like it's about $10,000? Would you double down? Would you say, hey, the stock's gone down, so I can buy these calls for cheaper than I bought them for originally, and double down, kind of dollar cost your average in? Or 3, just leave it alone. Say, hey, I'm going to let this ride. I've got faith that Ford's going to break through that 2034 level. These expire this Friday. So coming up here in about 3 days.
We have time. We have so much time.
I mean, this market, who knows?
We have 3.5 trading days.
That's true.
A little bit less. But hey, Zook in the chat says, "What's up?" He has an idea. What's your idea, Zook? Don't be shy. We're still trying to figure out what this show is.
Yeah.
So tell us what your idea is. I would say, yeah, this person's screwed. They should just cut their losses. Is what I would say. Oh, the ex-dividend date, is that tomorrow? Oh, in 2 days, Kindred?
Oh,
that-
Sook's idea is
That factors into that.
interesting.
What is the strike? Shelly wants to know. We can't tell.
$20.
Oh yeah, we do see it from right there.
Well,
Yeah.
we're inferring
no,
from
no,
the break.
that's
from
not
the
the
break
strike.
from the break. Yeah, but the break even is your strike plus your the cost you paid. So if you paid $34 or 34.
True, you're right. You're right. You're right. He's right.
So yeah, so Spencer, you also asked about a crypto update.
Yeah. You want to see my heat map?
I do want to see your heat map. I imagine it's not much of a heat map today, more of a I don't know, Red Sea. A Red Sea.
Okay, Damon keeps asking about this crypto XDC. Damon, what the hell is XDC? I pulled up the chart on CoinMarketCap, and I'll bring it up on the screen here so y'all can see what I'm looking at. What is this, Damon? I don't know jack about squat. All right. What's XDC?
It's down 6% today.
Yeah, but look at that chart, though, that all-time chart. Yo, why shouldn't we? Okay, this is what I want to do. I want to make a slush fund, dollar amount TBD, and I want to take 5 to 10% increments and throw money into shitcoins like this. Okay, that's what I want to do. That is my objective for the Benzinga Live slush fund. Slush fund, whatever.
Flush fund?
Yeah, you get the idea. That's what I want to do. We are going to make that happen. We are going to get a fund together of, I don't know, a couple $1,000. We'll throw it on Robinhood or a Webull or whatever, and we'll buy some shit coins. That's what we're going to do next week. We're going to make the purchases next week. That means we have to get the account and the money live this week. Can we do that, AB?
I mean, you provide the money. I'll get it set up.
The money will come from our Google AdSense account.
Okay. Straight from Google. All right, so yeah, let's go back to that heat map real quick, Spencer. So,
I got way distracted.
Oh, you're good. Like I mentioned, it looks more like a Red Sea today. We might need. Do we have the heat map?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up.
All right, I'll just go. I'll just go off the dome. I don't need to see the numbers. Bitcoin down, about 5%. Ethereum down 6.5%. Cardano down more than 5%. Ripple down more than 7%. Solana down 6.5%. Dogecoin down around 7%. So all around a very poor day for crypto. I am, not sure about a lot of things, but I am sure there are people out there buying the dip right now that anticipate crypto going back up. Of course, we've talked about the potential for holidays, Thanksgiving being a catalyst moving crypto higher. But right now, it looks like the sellers are in charge of the markets. So who knows, Spencer? I don't know if you're out there buying the dip in Ethereum, Bitcoin, anything, but
not yet.
And we actually did see Bitcoin drop below 60,000. So seeing it now back up to $60,600 shows that at least someone's out there buying. At least it's not just straight down, taking the elevator down. So I don't know. I'm on the sideline right now in all crypto. I'm holding no crypto positions, no crypto stocks. I'm waiting for an entry point. Who knows? Maybe today is my day.
Zook is asking if we like all these crazy ass shit coins, grindcore. The answer is yes. We like all of them. Okay.
Fartcoin.
Fartcoin is cool. We will take a survey next week and as far as what shit coins we should buy live on the show. And whatever this is going to be like Elon Musk on Twitter. That's what it's going to be. Just instead of selling our Tesla shares, we're going to be buying shit coins and lose all our money.
All right, I got a good one for you.
Whoa, what is that chart?
All right, I'm gonna show you.
Oh,
pull it up real
that
quick.
Does not look good. I love it.
I gotta
it looks like I'm gonna lose all my money.
Yeah.
I just want to get rich fast. Okay. Have fun staying poor coin.
Yep.
Dude.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy if you invested in this coin. Because it was trading up here.
Tony's
2 days ago.
Tony's all mad because we're not being serious. Tony, in all seriousness, I mean, we talk about crypto every single day. I own Bitcoin, I own ETH, I own Solana. The way I look at it really is not changing, right? Owning crypto is a short-term risk. Not owning crypto is a long-term risk. I'm going to be significant. I'm going to be dollar cost averaging into crypto.
Well, but to Tony's point, he's saying the title of clickbait because so the title is the crypto winter coming. It's something a lot of people have been talking about.
No, it is not. It is not coming.
Well,
it is not coming, and this is my take. For all through the first crypto bubble, right, 2017, 2018, the biggest question was, oh, but what about the institutional adoption, the real money, right? The real Wall Street money. What about that, right? It's not coming in. It's not coming in. Well, now it's coming in. Now you get every single traditional finance firm tripping over themselves to get into crypto in some way, shape, or form, right? You have new instruments, right? You have a Bitcoin futures, several Bitcoin futures ETFs. We're going to probably get an Ethereum futures ETF sometime in the near future. The real money is now coming in. That I think I'm speaking broadly speaking about crypto, not any one coin, but I think that will create a nice floor of demand, right? People who are like me, who are just like, I'm just going to start buying crypto every single month or every 6 months or every quarter, whatever, as part of my long-term portfolio. Yeah, I mean, the shit coins and the YOLO trades, that's all fun and games. But in all seriousness, there is a serious demand among traditional, Wall Street, among the high net worth side of Wall Street, for crypto as an asset, be it Bitcoin, be it ETH. Broadly speaking, it's one of those two, but of course there are others, right? And so I think it would be unwise to bet against that incoming demand.
So I agree. It'd be wise to bet against it in the sense that there are
unwise to bet against it.
Unwise that there are
yes.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Unwise to bet against it. And there are mechanisms out there that allow you to go out and short crypto. I think that'd be a very unwise decision, as Spencer said. However, on the flip side, technical analysis, Spencer, is one of those things that is kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So many people believe in it that they buy at a certain time because of it. They sell at a certain time because of it. And I just worry that if we see this sell pressure continue through the coming days, that we can see Bitcoin and Ethereum drop through important levels. And I'm not saying, we're going to see
I'm going to pull up a long-term Bitcoin chart. 1 second. Keep going. Sorry.
I'm not saying, we're going to see a long-term bear market for crypto or anything like that, but it wouldn't surprise me if we do see this pullback continuing until we hit a point in that levels where, like you said, a lot of those institutions are coming back in and buying more Bitcoin, buying more Ethereum, because crypto, unlike stocks, have just crazy volatile movements for seemingly no reason sometimes. Most of the time in the stock world, you don't see a stock move 6-7% in a single day without some sort of a news catalyst. Sometimes you do, of course, but not usually. With crypto, it seems commonplace. So essentially, I'm saying we may be missing some of those catalysts going forward over the next couple months. And so over the next couple months, I don't agree. This is a long-term chart of Bitcoin. This goes back to February of 17. Okay. Look at that first peak, right? What happened then? Y'all know this, right? What happened then? In the United States, there's a big holiday. It's called Thanksgiving. And that year, every single Thanksgiving table was talking about Bitcoin, and everybody went out and they bought Bitcoin after that happened. And that coincided with one peak. And then we came back, and then we peaked again, and we came back. But if you look at November specifically, with the exception of 2019, every November coincides with a run-up in Bitcoin, with the exception of 2019. Every November, going back 3 out of the last 4, coincides with the run-up in Bitcoin. It would not shock me for a second if we see a similar type of event. Maybe it's not Bitcoin. Maybe it's ETH. Maybe it's NFTs. Maybe it's, I don't know, shit. Maybe it's Doge. Heck if I know. I have no idea. But there will be something that comes out that, like, we'll all wake up on Black Friday
and it'll be like rocket ship mode to the moon, right?
Well, yeah, we'll see. I mean, and so Brian Blockchain in the chat saying we've barely passed the previous high. This is not the top, Brian. I'm not saying this is the top. I have no no doubt that Bitcoin will eventually surpass its previous all-time highs and of course reach new all-time highs. I don't know if we're going to see 100,000 in the next year or so, but what I'm saying is that if this sell pressure continues, that technical analysis can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. We may see it drop down to, where we had previous support at, I don't know. I got to pull up the chart now on my screen so I can see exactly what it is, but say it's 45,000, whatever it is. That it would just not shock me. So I'm not going out today and buying the dip. I'm waiting. Tiny Pie wackadoodle coin.
That's it.
So we shall see. We're gonna be watching crypto for the rest of this week for sure. I do think the 60,000 level will be important because if we can show that we stay above it, then maybe it's the opposite of what I'm talking about, and we don't see that sell pressure coming in. We see a lot of buyers coming in, but if we do drop below it, I don't know. So we shall see, but let us know in the chat.
Dude, look at the ETH, man. Jesus, Murphy. I don't know what he has to do with this, but I mean,
They're pretty similar.
Jeez, look at ETH, man. It's just like this is life-changing stuff for some people.
Yeah, I mean, Ethereum's been getting a bounce from the recent surge back into NFT interest. We of course pointed this out as a trade back a couple months ago here on Benzinga Live when NFTs first started gaining popularity again. So if you zooming out the timeline, essentially NFTs made their first wave back in, I don't know, May, and NFTs took off. The prices for NFTs just went through the roof. And then there were a few months where, and you can just do this on your own. You can go to Google Trends. Here,
do this. Show that chart.
I'll show you right here.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, before we get to that, I wanted to see the one rare crypto that we have in the green today is Decentraland Mana. So this has been being talked about a lot. Essentially, digital land that you can buy in the metaverse space. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I can buy. I guess I could. I could buy digital land before I buy any real.
This is going to be a shit show. I'm calling that now.
What, Decentraland?
Yeah, I mean, a land grab in the metaverse. It's infinite.
Yeah.
Let's get real. It's infinite.
So
come on, people. Think for a second.
So here's what we're looking at right now. So NFT is the search term on Google in the United States. This is the past 12 months. So sorry, I said May earlier. March was the first peak in NFTs. So they gauge this interest on a scale from 0 to 100. Back in March, it was at about 44, came back up to 44, and then it died down. No one was really, I mean, look how low this got. The search rating for NFTs was down to a 6 in midsummer. And since we've seen this recent surge coming back into NFTs, we've gone all the way back up to 100. So now more people are searching for NFTs even than they were back in March when they first hit the scene. And we said, it was back when Luke was on the stream about a month or two ago, said, hey, look, NFTs are hot again. I think it was right around here, maybe late August. We said NFTs are getting hot again, but Ethereum is trading, Ethereum hasn't reflected this recent increase in interest of NFTs. So we started looking at Ethereum as a trade, kind of a proxy trade with NFTs. And of course, that ended up working out. Ethereum has gone up a lot since then. You can see kind of the related searches. What are NFTs? How to buy NFTs, NFT meetings. I mean, you can do the same thing. Say we do OpenSea. And the chart looks pretty similar.
Speaking of OpenSea, is OpenSea going to go public?
There is a rumor out there that OpenSea is merging with the SPAC SVFA. So SVF investment. The stock spiked on this rumor yesterday, went all the way up to 1078, currently at 1030. So it's traded off, about 4% today. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if that is announced. I think it'll become a fan favorite if it is announced that OpenSea is going public through a SPAC.
All right, it's 1:15 here. We are supposed to have Tim Quast join the show at 1:30. AB, do we want to call Tim and make sure he knows that maybe he won't be able to join? I think you should call Tim.
I think our streaming service is working now.
It is? Are we back?
Yeah, I mean, look, the comments are back rolling through. The everything. Yeah, we're back.
Aaron, weren't you supposed to? Aaron Thomas, you were supposed to alert us when that happened.
Aaron.
No. Aaron Thomas said he was going to. He said, "I will alert everyone when we're back," and then he didn't alert us. So
I know, but I did, so it's okay.
Oh, now he says we're back. Very helpful, Aaron Thomas. Helpful as always. Okay, so just to put a bow on that discussion, I think like there was nothing to stop, Bitcoin, ETH from going down 5, 10, 20% on any given day or week. But it would be unwise to bet against. No, in order for Bitcoin or ETH or whatever to fall 50, 60%, that's what the crypto winner implies, right? 50% fall or more.
Crypto winner? Yeah, I mean,
right.
look,
in order for that to happen, there would have to be an exhaustion of buyers. But I just don't think it's possible. Everybody wants to buy the dip. Everybody wants to buy the dip.
I just worry about the lack of positive catalysts coming for Bitcoin, at least in the near future.
What do you mean? We don't need catalysts. It's Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin.
Yeah. I mean,
Bitcoin.
but look,
it does not need anything. Whatever.
I hear you. All right, I'm going back to Apple real quick. I'm going to pull up a 10-minute chart here. So earlier I was talking about that 5140 line that was right here. As you can see, we got right up to it and then started trading lower off that level. Like I said, if we broke through this level, then I'm looking for a bigger breakout. But right now, it doesn't look like we're getting that breakout. So going to have this on my watch list for the rest of the day to see if we can get back up to that 151.40 level and finally break through it. And if we do, clear skies ahead, time to take off. But right now, nothing going on in Apple. But I don't really mind Apple as a swing trade right now, Spencer, either. You've got the holidays coming up. Who doesn't want to get a new, Apple iPad or, I don't know, iPod Touch for Christmas?
Me, because I already have everything that I need, and I'm not spoiled.
You have the old, Spencer has the old AirPods. He's got like the
yeah, but I got them for free. So
yeah.
Oh wait, no, I didn't. No, I paid for those. I got one pair for free and I paid for another. So I have 2 pairs of old AirPods.
Yeah. Okay. Going back to crypto real quick. Tony's saying, "LOL, dude, it's crypto. Every company is talking about it." But that's what I'm saying is that every company, whether it's JP Morgan, whether it's Goldman Sachs,
stop trying to call the top. And
I'm not trying to call the top. I'm just saying I don't know if we're gonna see that rip we're all looking for right now. I think it might be a little bit further down the line.
Can we summarize this all up and say it is good? It is a good idea to prepare for the worst, but you should. It's like a preparation thing, right? Prepare for the worst, but act like the best is coming. Act like the best case scenario. Prepare for the worst case scenario.
Don't be sad it's over. Be happy it happened.
No, I'm just saying, like it's perfectly fine to.
I thought we were just saying like,
it's perfectly fine to think about these things. Like, what do I do? What do I do if Bitcoin falls 50%? That's a good question to ask yourself. But like, don't act on it.
If Bitcoin falls 50%, I'll buy it.
That's what I'm saying.
For sure.
That's what I'm
for
saying.
Sure gonna buy it at
everybody
at 30,000. I'll buy that all day.
Everybody
all
and their
day.
mother and my mother will buy Bitcoin if it falls 50%.
I actually remember specifically. So last year,
yeah,
at Halloween, I was at a Halloween party, and at the time, Bitcoin was at about 18,000. I want to say. Let's see how good my memory is, because we can easily see what the price of Bitcoin was last Halloween. But I want to say it was 18,000. And it had gone up from about 12,000 to 18 in a month. So up like 50% in a month. And I remember asking.
Yeah, the math is good there.
I was right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So it was 18,000 at a Halloween party. I was talking to my buddy who studied computer science in college and is like, he's not like a tech nerd or anything like that, but I just like kind of made fun of him for being one because he was a computer science major. And I was like, yo, actually, his name's Spencer. I was like, Spencer, should I buy Bitcoin? And he was like, I don't know. How the fuck am I supposed to know? And I was like, dude, I don't know. You're a computer tech guy, whatever. But I was kind of being facetious because I was like, it had already gone up 50% in a month. And I thought like, oh, no way, it's going to keep going up. And of course, looking back on it, it's like, shit, I wish I would have bought Bitcoin at 18,000 last Halloween.
Y'all want to know what the #1 trending stock on Benzinga Pro is today? I'll pull up the chart right now.
NVIDIA.
No, it's Lucid.
Lucid.
Guys, what the F? What the F?
Oh, it's up 18. Fuck.
All right. Language. Whoa.
All All right. Well, here I'll share my screen. And I'll
Whoa,
show you. I'll
language.
show you why I'm
Yeah, we know you. We
F-bombing.
know you had options and you sold them.
I know, but I'll show the.
Look at this, guys. $53. Those of you holding the bag, February, you're back.
There, you're back.
You're
All right.
back.
So I go to my history. Bought these 3 contracts at 185. Sold. We can see exact time on here. 9:35, 5 minutes after the open. Because, like I said earlier, the stock opened up, but then started trading lower, and I got scared. I had
Dude,
paper
that
hands.
Aaron, that always happens to me, man. That happens to me every trade I'm in. If I'm watching it, I get scared.
Yeah, so I sold them for 226, or I sold 2 of them for 226. I sold 1 of them for a loss. All right, so let's see. Throw your guesses in the chat. Let's see what this options contract is trading at right now. A $48 call that expires this Friday, November 19th. I sold them for, let's see, average price 226, 181. Let's just call it 210 because I had.
The difference is you bought it when it was out of the money, and now it's in the money.
Right. So I bought them at 185. I'm saying, let's say I sold them on average for 210.
Okay. I don't know. What, $3? Is that
$3? So if it's only $3 right now, then I only screwed myself out of.
I don't know, more? You want to look? Let's go.
look.
Let's go look right now.
All right. Lucid Group, trade Lucid options.
350?
Buy calls, expiring November 19th, $48. $618.
What?
Oh my
$6.
God. I would have had $1,800 worth of these contracts had I not sold any of them.
Dude.
I'm a bonehead. I'm an idiot.
Dude, you know what we need right now, Rohan? We need our soundboard. Where's our soundboard for Aaron? That's what we need for this.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, but our actual
I just hit it
soundboard.
already.
Our
I just hit it
actual
already.
soundboard. The one that's
Yeah,
up
I
here,
just hit
man.
it already.
All right, y'all. I've got some buying power. Looking to make a trade. A lot of it's margin, but I don't care. Look, I've got $2,000 in margin. That's free money, free trades,
Dude, it's interest free.
and interest free.
It's basically a free loan.
Let me know in the chat what I should hit.
Okay, in all seriousness. So wait, so that was Lucid. Let's go down the list here. Trending stocks today in Benzinga. Lucid, Tesla, GGPI, Rivian. Sense a theme here. Progenity's on there. It's number 7 trender.
What is Progenity? Why do I see it talked about?
Yeah,
so,
PROG.
Did we have them on the show?
I don't remember. Why the hell is Casper on the list of trending stocks?
They just got
today?
bought out.
Yeah, that was yesterday. There was no trade here. It's over.
All right.
Forget about Casper. It's done.
All
Move
right.
on with your lives.
What about other mattress companies?
Purple. PRPL.
Sleep Number.
SNBR.
Purple. Is this a former SPAC?
Purple.
Looks like it.
It probably does look like it.
Traded at $10 for a while. I don't know. That chart looks ugly. I saw someone talking about Casper on Twitter last week as a buyout target, and they got bought out this week. It makes me think that person like knew something that I didn't know.
Yeah, but most people who bought this thing after the IPO lost money. So hey, how's Peloton doing today? Because they had the offering. I want to look at Peloton and I want to look at SoFi.
Up 11%, Spencer.
What? Holy crap! You're right.
Yeah.
Wow, straight up.
Yeah.
I did not realize this had happened.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Wait.
Look at okay, SoFi.
What?
So SoFi went down 6% on the day. Now it's coming back up. It looks like it's coming out here. I might look at some weekly calls on SoFi. Let's see if the chat's got any better ideas. All right. This is what I like.
What do we got?
Matty Ice giving me not only suggestions, but a very specific.
Oh, the trade. Oh, how many legs is this?
A very specific.
1, 2, 3, 4 legs. It's 3 too many.
He said no, because
There's a dividend
there's
coming.
a dividend coming. What does that mean? Does that mean the stock's gonna go up or down?
It'll go down to reflect the dividend, but it'll mess with the options.
All right. I don't even know if they have options on Rivian.
Yes, they do. Today is the first day.
All right.
The stock's optionable today.
All right. So what? Can you read me what he said on Rivian? He didn't give me the strike prices. I need the strike prices. Otherwise,
No, don't let Matty Ice spell out a trade for you.
Why not?
Okay, let's go to. Okay, so we're in Rivian. I don't know. Let's start with some calls and let's see what we got. I'm just curious what these things are priced at now.
I mean, they're going to be. They're not.
Let me know. I don't know.
All right, so I'll do this. Okay. Let's make it for next monthly. So December 17th.
Okay, we're a month away.
They're a little expensive. So what I'm going to do is
I'm blind. So $24.
I'm going to do a spread. So I'm going to buy this call. I'm going to sell this one. Oh no, it's a credit spread. I don't want that. I want a debit spread. There we go. So it's going to cost me $140 to put on this trade. I'm going to do $145 just to make sure I get it.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah. So here, let's do this again. I'll walk through it. Wait, I want to make sure I got the right.
Yeah.
There we go. Rivian.
Wait, they send you a message every time you get it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I think that's funny, but I do.
They sent me a little message.
Dude, why don't they have like
an it hasn't gotten filled yet.
Dude, they should have like an intercom pop-up. Like you got filled. Oh no, we need you got mail. But instead of you got mail, it's you got filled.
I think my trade was so good that it is already up so much that I won't get filled. All right, so let's do this again. All right. So we're gonna do December 17th. Dude, I'll do it a little slower this time.
Who do we know at Robinhood and Webull that and all the brokerages that we can make my you got filled thing happen?
Well, Robinhood already got in trouble for like gamifying some stuff too much.
A sound effect is not a gamification. It is just a funny thing after you make a trade. You got filled.
Wait, actually, now that I'm looking at this
is the best idea I've ever had.
I don't know if I like this trade that much.
Take it off.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. Watch. I'd like to cancel this order. You can do that here.
Crashed again.
Really?
No, it didn't. Okay.
Cancel order. All right. Cancel that order. Let me go back to the chat.
You got filled.
All right.
In this case, you didn't. But.
Do we still want to do Rivian? Do we have any other options?
Yeah, Matty Ice, I think, is going to give you a trade here.
All right.
But I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, Matty Ice, I'm loving the participation. AB, don't blindly follow him just because.
I'm just going to do it one time and see if it works.
All right, Matty Ice, this one's on you.
Then I come back. Yeah.
If AB loses his shirt, that's on you. And if AB makes all the money, then that's on AB.
Yep.
Because
it takes a smart man to follow another man. But if I lose money, then
it was his fault.
It was your fault.
It's not his fault.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Spencer gets it.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Oh boy. Okay.
Wait, did he post it?
Yeah. So go to the one. Okay. Can we go to the 190s?
All right. Yeah. I gotta pull Rivian back up. You gotta. All right. So did he say expiration? I'm gonna assume next.
Abe. This is Aaron's personal Robinhood account.
Is he saying my account size is big or small?
Dude, size doesn't matter. So, okay. So we're at the 195. Wait, sorry.
So he's doing November 19th. I was going to do December 19th. All right. You got to read it to me, Spencer, because I can't look at both screens at the same time.
Okay. We're going to start with this. Sell the 190 calls.
All right. Selling 190 calls.
Okay. You're going to buy the 195 calls.
I'm going to buy the 195 calls. Oh, a little credit spread. Okay.
Okay. We're going to go to the put side.
Okay.
We're going to sell the 155s.
We're going to sell the 155s.
And we're going to buy the 150.
And we're going to buy the 150s.
What is this, a freaking butterfly?
So I get $235 as long as the stock stays in between 155 and 190.
In the next when? What is the 19th? 3 days?
3 days. And if it goes either way outside of it, then I lose 265. So I'm essentially risking 270 to win 235. And just hoping that this stays in this zone in the 155. Here, let's zoom in down here so we can see this little fun graphic they put. So our max profit is 230. Our max loss is 270. So I like that it's very defined. 155.
Wait, Abe just insulted you. Abe, that's okay. Abe didn't mean to insult you. He didn't realize this is your personal account. That's okay, Abe. No, back to the trade. I don't actually hate this setup here.
I don't hate it either, but like I also think there's a chance that Rivian runs to above 192 by the end of the week.
Where are we right now here?
It's up 10% today. I mean, it's like I don't know. All right, fine.
Wait, but also the LA Auto Show is what, like tomorrow or Thursday or Friday, sometime this week. We've been running into that. I don't know. I hear your point.
So I honestly,
Yeah, you know what?
I've never done this, Matty Ice. So I need to like, so I open it. I get the credit for opening it. Do I have to close it, or do I just like hope it expires without me being in the red?
I've never done the.
I don't know. This is the Robert Roy segment,
dude. I know. This is why we need to get Robert on the show. We tried. We tried. I've been trying for a month and a half to get Robert back on the show.
Wait, Matty, I saying you've got like a 75 to 80% chance of making $1 or 1 cent?
Dude, Matt Maley, who is runs the Benzinga Pro Inner Circle, is live on CNBC right now. Why don't we get Matt on this show?
I don't know who that is.
Matt Maley?
Yeah.
He runs the Benzinga Pro Inner Circle. And he's on CNBC. And he ain't on our show. This makes no sense.
All right, I placed this. I don't know if it's getting filled. I'll keep y'all apprised of what's going on here.
Oh my gosh. All right. I don't even know anymore. It's 1:30. Wait, did you put that in or no?
I submitted it. I don't know if it's getting filled.
Yeah, to answer your question, Josue, Jose with a U. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. Yes, we can, but I would much rather have someone who knows more about options explain it. And we have those people on the show every other day.
Jose, a credit spread, you get paid to put the trade on. A debit spread, you pay to put the trade on.
Wait a minute.
If you have a call,
Tim Quash emailed me. Tim Quash is.
What did he say?
He asked if he was coming on today. I'm going to tell him yes.
The links are. Tell him the links are on his calendar.
Okay, fine.
Whatever. I'll take. That was probably producer's fault.
Producer's fault.
So anyway, Jose, if you put a credit call spread out there, you're synthetically short the stock, I believe. If you put a debit call spread out there, you're long the stock, and vice versa for puts. But like Spencer said, Jose, we will get someone on that knows more about it than we do.
That was the point of bringing Robert Roy on the show. Hey, did we see Activision today? It's getting punished because the Wall Street Journal said that.
Wait, what is
Activision? ATVI.
Oh, yeah.
Punished
little
because
sexual assault allegations.
Not so much the allegations. What? Wait, Lucid. Oh, is that your pro?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, I thought that was my pro. I was like, I don't have Lucid up on the screen. No, allegations that Bobby Kotick, the CEO, knew about the problems at the company, sexual assault allegations at the company.
Oh, a little like Joe Paterno situation.
Yeah. So that is that big old red candle. Gosh, if you're an ATVI, I'm so sorry. This is like a good business, just so out of favor. It's so out of favor. EA, Activision, these stocks have gotten absolutely hammered.
Take-Two's doing well.
Take-Two is doing not bad if you compare it with the other two.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to buy any video game stock right now, it would be Take-Two, although the dip is juicy on Activision. I mean, I don't think we're going to see Call of Duty go anywhere.
I'm sorry, Josue. I've legitimately I've never seen that name spelled out before, so I apologize.
Josue.
Josue.
All right, I don't know if my trade ever got filled or not. Doesn't look like
Daniel
it.
says Q.
Oh, great. Your order to open one Rivian short iron Condor has been filled at an average price of $2,235 per short iron Condor. So now I don't even know. All right, Matty Ice, we're gonna have to hop on the phone after this, and you're gonna have to explain some things to me.
Oh gosh. All right. I don't know if Tim Quash is joining us today. I don't know if we're gonna have any guest. But we're just gonna hang out. That's what we're gonna do. We do have the roadmap coming up next at 2:00, our NFT show. If you thought this show was weird, that show is even weirder, but in a good way. So we have that.
So wait, I'm confused. Matty Ice, did I pay $235 for this contract, or did they pay me to put it on?
Dude, what did you buy or did you sell?
I don't know. I bought.
You don't know what you did?
I did the Iron Condor. Look, so it says market value negative 237. I don't love that. But today's return up $13 right now.
Can we see like the different legs that you had like of this trade? Yeah, to the right.
Yeah,
No. Can we?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that perfect. Okay.
So I had one buy.
Yeah, you bought 2 contracts and you sold 2 contracts. You bought a call, you sold a call, you bought a put, you sold a put.
Yeah, it's called a short Iron Condor. I'm just Matty Ice got me in a loop.
Dude,
now.
this is why I don't do spreads, man.
Spreads so
confuse me.
I put up $500 in collateral and I got 235 credit in return. So I net have put out then $265. When you close the trade out, you get the $500 collateral back. So yeah, I'm just hoping that that Rivian stays in that trading zone that we talked about. What was it? 155 to like 190. And then Matty Ice, when do I close it? Like, should I close it tomorrow? Should I close it?
When did it expire?
Friday.
Before then.
Oh, I can't make another day trade.
Can you tomorrow?
Let's see how long ago this Roblox trade was.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Roblox. Look at that. Up 10% today. This stock just fucking moves one way or the other. It either is up 10% or down 10%. November 11th. So
okay, so you'll be good tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be good tomorrow. I can sell. Well, either way, it won't be a day trade anymore tomorrow. All right. Good stuff, Matty Ice. Thank you for the trade.
All right. It is 1:36. And I don't know what else you want to talk about. The Activision thing was top of mind. We did the. Oh, do you want to do a name that chart?
Yeah, let's do a name that chart. Abe, I like the way you think. Let's take it to MGM Grand.
Dude, Abe, that's what we're saying. That's what we're gonna do with the Benzinga Live slush fund. I could ever say those words.
I wonder how quickly we should make that a segment. How quickly does AB get kicked out of the casino trying to like live stream from inside the casino?
Within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if we order
within 5 minutes?
Rohan, can you try to find me like a spy camera?
Dude,
I think we have one.
No, you do not. Really?
Well, Jason has one. So
for what?
For his pranks. I'm sure we could borrow one from him.
Okay. All right, dude. Let's do that. I'll take it into the casino.
Dude, with it.
I don't know about live streaming.
You will get, dude. They won't kick you out. Don't understand. They will drag you in deeper, into the back room.
Oh, and like rough me up a little bit to let me go.
Yes,
I've had.
And then they'll kick you out.
Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah, they think your streaming camera is probably for cheating or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good call. I didn't even think about that.
Oh no!
I'm like, no, this isn't like I'm not trying to cheat. It's just for the lulz.
Dude, it's for the content.
Yeah.
It's for the content, guys. All right, whatever. Hey, I see Timmy Q is here. Please save us, man. I don't know.
Tim, guess what I did?
I don't know if they can hear us.
Oh, Tim, we can't hear you.
The old mute trick.
Shoot. It's one of those days, man. I swear to God. Nothing is working today.
So you're not muted on our streaming service. I think you might just need to select the correct microphone.
Oh my God. Nothing is working.
Still nothing.
Why won't anything work for me? It's only Tuesday. Why can't it be Friday?
Test 1, 2, 3. That's it.
Oh,
right?
there we go.
Okay.
There we go.
It does that. Good to see you. So tell me, Aaron, what happened?
What did he do?
I placed my first ever Iron Condor trade, which it sounds a lot cooler than I think it actually is.
It sounds like some kind of spy movie.
Right.
Condor. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What led you to make this choice and take this?
Matty Ice.
Matty Ice in the chat.
Yeah.
Literally spoon fed us a trade.
Yeah, he said, "Hey, do this."
Okay, is it working?
I don't know. We'll see. Let me ask me tomorrow.
It's been 10 minutes. I don't know. Tim, what are you watching today out there? What's on your mind? Anything interesting out there?
Options expirations.
That's
remember,
relevant. That's a relevant conversation.
It really is. It really so. And people give it short shrift. So those begin effectively tomorrow. So people think, oh, well, that's a Friday event, if it, and then there are weeklies and there are monthlies and so on. But it's really Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You guys have heard this many times. So, and maybe your audience has too. So if you have and you're tired of it, apologies. But it's always something to keep in mind, that there are very short-term opportunities, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, where things can make runs, and there are opportunities and there are risks. So I think about both of those. I've traded several things today: Marvel, Sensient, SXT. That was a great. So you look at that stock today. If you want to look that up, go ahead. I'll show you what it looks like.
SXT.
Sensient. Yep. Yep.
I don't even know if I know that one.
Looks like it's up about 2% today.
Right, but it's been up almost 5. Right, so those are the opportunities. That to me is a very nice trade. So I'll tell you how I get to that. Let me hide this thing. And it's not an iron condor, but these are the things that I will look at. Here, I just happen to have Quaker Chemical up at the moment.
Let's get that. Let's get that on the screen. There we go.
Let's. Did I do that? Okay, there we are. Are you seeing you're seeing my screen too, right?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Then let me show you. And folks, this is market structure. It's not technicals, not fundamentals. You could use it for option strategies. You absolutely could. If you want to, whether your strategy is to buy and sell options, or if you want to buy right. So you have bought the underlying and you want to sell puts or calls, it can really help you improve the probability of keeping the premium. You want to sell calls on things likely to decline and puts on things likely to rise, and you can isolate those opportunities better. So SXT here, whoops, good thing I'm not trading. That would be a fat finger. Let me see here. Bear with me one moment. Let's refresh that. Okay. I had switched.
It's just a technology gaffe kind of a day.
It's some days the magic works and some days it doesn't. Okay, so here's SXT, and here's why I bought it. So I look at the start of the day and I say, okay, well, the overall trend in supply is down and demand is surging, and here just from day to day there was a big drop in supply. So if the same thing continued today that occurred yesterday, the price will rise. It's just a function of supply and demand. And so that's what I like to look for around options expirations. It's not the beginning of the trade. If you're really doing the beginning, you might buy the uptick from 5, and then you have a longer chance. But I know I can get I can probably get a gain here. Just did the same thing with Marvel. You could get a short-term reasonable gain by making sure I'm buying and selling things where the supply and demand are in my favor. That's all I'm doing. It's the most basic economic principle of all. And I'm not good at technical charts. I'm very good at fundamentals. I've spent a lot of 26 years in the investor relations profession, where it's our job to articulate the story about financial performance and strategy and so on to the street, to Wall Street. So I know that, but out of all of that, what I have discovered is market structure trumps everything, because it gives you everything. Everybody else is doing their homework and studying stocks and acting on it, and people are looking at charts, and then that's going to affect supply and demand. So to long-winded answer to your question, Spencer, I'm going to look for very short-term opportunities into options expirations, because I prefer to portage around them, because you never know what's going to happen. And here's an interesting thing too, the period at the end of the sentence here. Here's broad market sentiment. This is the S&P 500, the composite stocks. So tends to be when there's a big surge, then that there's a carry through and the market rises. But when it turns down that you're going to have a drop. And sure enough, so I left when sentiment dropped here, and I skipped this I went to cash, sat out, missed the divot, came back when sentiment's rising, and now it's peaking. So right into options expirations, it's peaking. Well, I want to make money, not lose it. That's my whole strategy. Right? So that's and it works. I don't trade very often. I trade probably 25% of trading days, but my little trading portfolio is up well more than 30% this year. So I can beat the market in a quarter of the time by paying attention to supply and demand. And I know now that I'm going to just do short-term trades here because I don't want to get caught in another divot. It tends to be that when the market or sentiment are up into options expirations, people take advantage of that. Could be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, could be have a really good day in there. Then the market is down afterward because all of those strategies reset. People cash in, they cash out their winnings or their losses, and everything resets for the next series. Well, that can lead to a decline. It's not an absolute. We've rather skipped that in October. October is where the market turned and really became powerful after a bad September options expirations. So it's not an absolute, but it's a probability. So I think about that.
Tim, I'm curious because you mentioned that you have your background is in investor relations. I'm curious, like, how often would it happen where like a company would come out with news, whether it's like it could be earnings or whatever, and like an objectively good headline would come out, and then the stock would go down.
Walmart, right? Walmart, great.
Right. Great example. Walmart today, great example.
Yeah.
How often does that happen? And like, what are those conversations like?
It is the single most frustrating thing to an executive team. The executive team says, okay, well, we beat the street's expectations and we raised guidance, meaning that we increased our view of forward results, and the stock goes down. So then they turn to people like me, the IR team, the investor relations folks, and they say, what did you guys, how'd you screw it up? I mean, we executed, and then you guys tell the story to the street, and the stock goes down. So clearly, it's your fault. And how often does it happen? Well, it is absolutely a feature of modern markets. It didn't used to be true to the degree that it is today, where you can beat and raise. That's what we call it: beat and raise, and your stock goes down. And it happens routinely now. Then the question is why? Well, you go to the Sherlock Holmes aphorism, granted fictional character, who famously said, when you eliminate the impossible, then what remains, no matter how improbable, is your answer. Well, it's impossible for money that is invested in a story to sell a stock when you beat the numbers and you raise your guidance. That is not going to prompt investors to sell the stock. No matter what you hear on CNBC, they'll try to explain it. Well, they raised guidance, but it wasn't as good as everybody's looking. No, that's not it. That is not it. It is something else. And the something else that you go to, and I don't know if I have an example here on my screen. I might. So here's an example. If I look at, I'm just going to spin over here and check who this is. So I've got Wolf Speed. Just happens that I've got this data in here. Look at this. I want you to see this because here is the answer to that question. So if I look at the volume composition, where are we? Here it is. So this is Wolf Street's data. These are the 4 big reasons people buy and sell stocks. They buy and sell for the story, the characteristics, the price, and the association with a derivative. Talked about this Monday, right? So if 52% of the volume in Wolf Speed is being driven by traders trading price, either with algorithms or machines or speculating, human beings speculating, then there is a 52% chance that the stock may behave differently than you expect. Only 9% of the audience is focused on whether you beat or raise. And that money may actually stop what it's doing to listen to the call and study the results. Well, if that 9% steps out, then the other 91% have some other purpose. What if I bet that the stock will decline? So then I pile into puts and I buy swaps, and then I fulfill my own bet and the stock goes down. And then everybody looks around and says, well, what is it? What part of their story should we look at that explains why investors sold it? No, it wasn't that. That is the reason.
Is there a way to see on your platform which stocks have the highest percentage of daily trading activity that come from fast traders, bots, algos, whatever. Because the implication there, like you said, is like a stock that has more, in this case, yellow, right? According to that pie chart, but the more yellow you have, the greater the likelihood that the stock is just not going to care about whatever fundamental headline is out there, or and the inverse, right? If the stock with no yellow, then you can reasonably say, oh, good headline, go higher, bad headline, go lower, right?
Well, no, not the highest percentage, but we're certainly going to know what behavior is the leading price setter. And so if you look at Walmart, there it is. Let me just zoom that in a little bit. Here's Walmart. It's a 5, bottomed at 5. That's not bad. Short volume 44%. That's not bad. That's pretty close to the S&P 500, and the trend is down. So it trades, last price it closed yesterday at 146.91. Trades about $12,000 at a time. Very liquid stock. Market cap 410 billion. Lead behavior. There's our answer. If the lead behavior heading into results is something that trades price, then that money is going to react to whatever the change in the underlying tick data, that is the buy and sell order flow. They're going to know. So if that stuff slows down, what are high frequency traders going to do? Fast traders. They're going to move it in the direction of pressure, and that will be down because the demand diminished. So that we'll know that. So I can look at this and say, well, among the two, which would I buy? Well, I'm not crazy about 50% short and an uptrend, but Constellation bottomed 50% up and passive money leading, meaning it's going to be indexes, ETFs, and quants. Well, in some ways that's more stable. It's not. I don't factor that in because sentiment is the 4 behaviors plus price. It's going to take those movements into account and tell me. So I call these my big and stable stocks. It's a dynamic portfolio that's going to go look for those characteristics and there are only 2 in it. But there's our answer, Spencer. If the behavior setting price is trading price, not story or characteristics, then the price can go down. It's going to move in the direction of pressure.
There's a question from the chat. This data, is it real time or delayed? And Cal wants to know.
Great question. It's T+1, meaning we have data from yesterday, today, but there's a reason. There's a reason, the trouble with real-time data is try to find a correlation in real-time data. Correlations reach 0, and that is by design. Algorithms are designed to deceive people. They're designed to make buying look like selling and selling look like buying. I use them through interactive brokers. I'll use price management algorithms, and it splits my trades into multiple pieces. I pay a commission so I can see all of that. I had a trade for 20 shares last week that split into 4 trades, right? That was their algorithm. Why do I need 4 trades for that? Well, the point here, to answer the question, why is it not real time? Well, first of all, we need to see the behavioral change. We want to look at how things are changing over time because it's the only way we can have an advantage over a machine that can confuse us all. This is the real danger for day traders, retail day traders trying to compete with Hudson River Trading and Infinium and GTS and Quant Lab and 2 Sigma and Jane Street and on and on you could go. Virtu. They're much more powerful. They can consume all of the data. They're not just reusing the SIP like you and I do. You and I are going to use the consolidated tape for our price. If you look up a quote, you pay for a data service, or if you look up a quote at Yahoo or Google, you're going to get the consolidated tape data. Well, that's slower data than the data that Hudson River Trading and Citadel are consuming. Citadel has its own data. It's consuming super high-speed feeds from the NYSE and the NASDAQ and all 16 members of the Consolidated Tape Association. They know 400 milliseconds-ish, a blink of an eye, right? And stocks can trade in microseconds. Stocks can trade 4,000 times in 500 milliseconds, believe it or not. So they're going to know what the supply-demand balance is. We are always at a disadvantage. So why do that? If you know you're at a disadvantage, why wouldn't you look for a way to have an advantage? Well, that's why we focus on this. We want to know how demand and supply are changing over time because the machines are too close to the data to know that. They're looking at the tick data right here. We want to take a long step back and say, yeah, but the big forces, the people who actually own stuff, how's that changing? because that will give us an advantage. And that's why we have T+1 data, which is still fabulous. T+1 gives us great patterns.
Awesome. Tim Quast, he joins our channel several times per week, every Monday on pre-market prep, and then Tuesdays or Fridays on this show. Tim, always a pleasure, and we'll talk to you again. Have a good one.
Okay. You too.
All right.
See ya.
All right. All right. It's 1:55, just about. We got 5 minutes left before we're going to go over to the roadmap. We're talking about the Bored Ape Yacht Club, talking about celebrities doing NFTs. And
who's not doing NFTs these days?
Me, honestly. Sorry,
I'm still watching Apple. Looks like we're approaching that 5140 level that I've been talking about. We're about to hit it. I want to see us get through to 150, and then it's green skies ahead. I'm going to double down on my calls for this week if we hit that level. So watch Apple right here,
dude. This Activision report from the Wall Street Journal, pretty thorough,
pretty good reporting,
pretty damning. Yeah.
Well,
there's a lot of
stocks
stuff
coming back up.
There's a lot of stuff in there. I'm just saying.
I remember like a year ago, like a while ago, seeing the first like news articles talking about Activision's employees filing lawsuits.
This is not the first headline.
No, I know, but I just remember like when it was the same thing where like some article came out that I clicked on it and it was like, oh wow, they actually did some like thorough reporting. Like they were talking about how certain employees had been like, because during COVID they were like, oh, we need to get this update out for Warzone or for the new Call of Duty, and so these employees were asked to essentially work like crazy hours to meet these demands and seeing no extra pay or anything. And so like I don't know, either way the reporting was very, very thorough, and I read that article and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch the stock, like I bet it's gonna be down, and then the next day it's up like 3%, the day after that it's up 2%.
It's because of what Tim Quast just said. People trading the stock. The daily volume wasn't fundamental traders. It was bots, algos.
Got it. Makes sense. Checks out.
I mean, he didn't actually say that about Activision, but I'm just
right.
I'm just
that bots don't care about the bad news. People do though. All right. So we're still there. Should we just pull up Apple real quick? Because this.
You seem to have Apple on your mind, which is fine.
Yeah, baby.
I haven't thought about Apple in weeks.
Yeah, baby. Holiday season coming up. Everyone's talking about what new Apple product they're going to buy their kids this year. I think it's going to be the iPod Touch. What do you think, Spencer?
I don't know. I had no idea. I just know it'll probably be a record year for Apple in terms of
Spencer. What are you going to get your kids?
My kids are unborn, so nothing. I am going to do some shopping probably later today for Hanukkah, which starts.
Oh no!
What?
We're coming off that. We're not going to hit the 5140 level. I don't think.
I thought you were saying I know about Hanukkah.
Yeah.
All right. I don't even know when the holiday starts. But I gotta do my shopping. That's actually on the list for today. Is do my shopping. I have a couple gifts I gotta buy.
Well, Spencer, I'm glad you brought that up because I want to direct you to swag.benzinga.com for all of your holiday shopping, whether you're shopping for a baby, shopping for your grandma, or shopping for your son.
Or your annoying co-host.
Your benzinga.com/swag, or what I say, swag.
No, it's swag.benzinga.com. Get it right, man.
Swag.benzinga.com is your all-in-one stop place for your holiday shopping. You might find inflation at other places.
No inflation at the swag store.
We are keeping our prices the same. We will take that hit on our end so you don't have to. Come over to swag.benzinga.com for all of your holiday shopping. Use the code Hanukkah.
Wait, Shelly's right. Shelly, you're right. We first of all, Shelly, you won the chart trivia last week, so no winning for you again today. But we did say we would do a guess the chart.
Wait, hold on. Matty Ice is saying, AB, just a reminder, you can roll out your Iron Condor to the next month if it goes against you. Try for a credit, but you can also pay a little for a little bit more time to be correct.
All right, I'm gonna pull up
Oh, Hex Pony, I never got my jersey from Wish. I kind of gave up on that.
What? Still?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. All right. Let's pull up a chart. I'm gonna pull up a stock right now. I'm gonna make it. We're gonna do
Oh, that's a good idea.
Trying to think of
We
a
should
good one.
make the onesies an adult size. That's what Haven Peck says.
All right.
The sheep one.
I'm gonna do an easy one. I think this one's pretty easy.
All
All right.
right, Matty Ice. I'm still kind of lost on the Iron Condor thing. I'll be honest. So just let me know. Let me know when you have a minute. Maybe we can get you on the show. You don't even have to come on camera if you don't want to. You can just come on audio only and walk me through it. I'm kind of a visual learner. So is Spencer. So maybe we can.
All right. Okay. I have a chart for name that chart.
All right. Put it
Okay.
up on the screen.
Okay. I got rid of the price axis at ScarJoe's suggestion.
Okay, I don't know this one, by the way, guys. So I'm gonna guess along with you.
This is a full year chart.
All right, so this stock.
We'll go like a year ago. In November.
Okay,
Good enough. Whatever.
I'm gonna guess Peloton.
Okay.
Is that correct?
No, Peloton looks way worse than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, so whatever this
I got rid of the y-axis. I can put the price axis back up if you think it'll help.
is, it sundial? Someone guessed.
No, it's not sundial. Again, without the price axis, it is very difficult here. Maybe I'll.
Ooh, Palantir.
Who said that?
Zaber.
Zaber. Zaber is
Gotta be
whoops,
Palantir.
Zaber is the right. Look at that. Palantir. Nice job, Zaber. You are the winner. Email us at shows@benzinga.com. No way? Yeah way.
No, I think he's saying to the fact that there's a Shiba onesie on Amazon for $67.
I don't know. Zaber, shows@benzinga.com. Shoot us an email. We'll send you swag in a few months when AB gets around to it.
Matty Ice, also you email us too, because we're gonna need to coordinate a time that you can walk me through this. All right, y'all. That was it for today on Benzinga Live. Thank you to all our guests: Scott Absher of ShiftPixy, Tim Quast of Market Structure Edge, and Robert Roy of Wealth Builders HQ.
Well, Robert Roy didn't really.
Well, he came on the show.
Thanks for trying, Rob. But we'll get you back on next
He will
week.
be back on this show.
Wait,
next.
you didn't think Chris Chris K? Did you forget about him?
Oh yeah, I mean he's come on. He doesn't even need
Come on.
thanks. Chris knows we love him.
All
He'll
right.
be back on the show.
The roadmap is starting live right now. Let's go over to those guys. Everyone have a good rest of your day. I'll see you on At the Close in an hour and a half. Bada bing, bada boom.
Beautiful. Smash the like, everyone, if you haven't already. We haven't even broken 100, which means I don't get to eat my sandwich until we do. Rohan, end the show.